Hi, I'm Angeline. We're in the middle of shifting from summer to fall, and the weather's changing. It's cooling down a little bit. And so that always makes us feel like there's a transition in our life. Just when the weather changes, it makes you feel different inside. I mean, you get new motivations for different kinds of things. So it's a good week to look at major energies in our daily lives, major energies in our evolution, and how we're using them, and what might be blocking them, and how we can be productive moving forward through this new phase of the year. So first of all, let's look at one major energy that we're looking at. And it's just a daily reading. Just find how this applies to you today. We're all human. We all have the same kinds of experiences. And just think of one way in which this message applies to you today. Today, we're going to talk about judgment. And in this case, it's the last judgment, discernment. It's being accountable for what you're creating in the world, how you're managing your relationships, how you're managing your work, how are you telling lies? Are you telling the truth? What's your integrity regarding the way you do things? Judgment and discernment at a high level. This is what we're thinking about today. This is our topic. Think about you in this energy and what might be affecting it. And look at how other energies that are at that high level of evolution are playing in and working together. So what energies are influencing your judgment? You've got the High Priestess in the upright. So this means that what's affecting your judgment is your focus on your own intuition, your trust in your own intuition, your own judgment. You have the keys to everything in what you've learned, in what you're learning, in just inside yourself. You're finding your own answers, but they're not answers that are based on things like fear or addiction or ego or things like that. These are answers that are based on your higher self. What's challenging this in your life right now? What's challenging your judgment that's based on your own inner best self? It's pretty cool. What's challenging it is the Magician. You're not sure that you have all the resources that you need. You may be trying to gather resources for things that you want. The things that you're trying to make happen, maybe you're trying to get a new project off the ground. Maybe you're trying to develop a new relationship, even work on a current relationship, get through some kind of problem in your life, and you're trying to use your best judgment, but you're still gathering. You maybe still don't feel like you have all the information. You may not have the experience. So that's challenging this. Your gathering of your resources to make something happen is being challenged by your doubt that you have them. And okay, so let's look at what's influencing that attitude. Oh, wow. Okay, the Tower. So what's influencing this is your refusal to look at the good and bad in a situation. You're trying to keep something from changing suddenly by not addressing it, by not seeing reality in the situation. So if this is a situation in work, for example, you may be feeling like you can't move forward, and you can't make a good judgment about how to move forward because you're not looking at it realistically. Maybe you have rose-colored glasses on about the situation. Maybe you need to look at the cracks in the foundation, because that will inform your judgment. You can't have good discernment if you don't have enough information. Somebody just walks up to you on the street and they say, hi, I can, I can cure your broken leg. you probably don't just say, great, cure it. You probably don't let them come at you with their scalpel and their and their sponge if they haven't shown you some kind of credentials, right? That's using discernment. You got to look at more information. You got to look at the cracks in the foundation. Are there cracks in the foundation? Is this going to really work? You have to know what you're dealing with. So at this energy, you're trying to gather your resources so you can use good judgment in a situation, but you're not looking at the situation in all of its ugliness. You're not looking at the negative side of the situation. So what is some action that you can take to move forward in a constructive way with this challenge, or with these energies that you're using today? The Hermit. Wonderful. Actually, this comes full circle, doesn't it, to the High Priestess. The Hermit is looking inside himself. He's the guide who looks inside himself for the answers. Need I say more about that? Let's get some clarification on energies that are influencing your ability, because we already know you're using your intuition to influence your judgment. But what's influencing your judgment and your intuition is the fact that you're not seeing all the information clearly, or you're refusing to see what you have available to you clearly. And the action you can take is actually do what you started out doing, was using your own inner guidance. So in other words, if you could turn this around, look at the foundations, look at your resources for what they really are, and then use your own guidance system to make a proper new judgment about the situation. And then you will be able to take a leap of faith. The Fool. This is taking a leap of faith in a positive new direction. It's a brand new start. You can get there by using your inner guidance system. Yeah, but only after gathering the correct information. You can't make an intuitive judgment about something if you really don't even know what kind of pot you've landed in. You just can't know. It's that Eight of Swords in the tarot, where you're surrounded by swords, you got a blindfold on, and you don't even know that if you opened your eyes you could just walk forward. You have to take the blindfold off. You have to see what's around you, and then from there make good judgments based on your own inner guidance system. I hope you have a great day. I hope this helps you in some way, and I wish you joy.